What's up, YouTube? It's Pokey Professor Will here. And recently, about a month ago, I did a review on the Neo 2 Dual 310 skates. Here they are right here. I've swapped out the wheels to some luminous black pearls, which match the color pretty well. But the reason that I'm making this video today is that I've had a couple of problems with these skates since posting the last video that I think that people need to be aware of. And so, in short, the issues that I'm having with the Neo Duals are with the frames. So, I did the little review, right, about a month ago, and I didn't switch out the wheels or anything. Those were the stock wheels, just like they came. And shortly after making that review video, I swapped out the 110mm wheels with some Flying Eagle laser wheels, the light up wheels that I had laying around. I rode the skates at my local skate rink for about 30 minutes with the Flying Eagle wheels on, had no issues, had a lot of fun. And then I took out the skates for the eclipse this year that was in April. I wanted to maybe get some good footage during the eclipse with the light up wheels. It didn't get as dark as I had planned for it to that day. But anyways, I did make a video of me skating around in the cyberpunk alien mask that day, but shortly after making that video, I had trouble with the right frame. And specifically, it was with the front wheel slot. You can probably see that the front is a little bit scratched. That is from the wheel falling off while I was riding down my street, returning to the house after I knew something was up with these. But essentially the problem that I was having was the axle would slip out while I was riding about halfway, and that would cause the wheel to lock up. And when I tried to engage the axle back into the frame, it just keeps spinning and spinning and spinning. And so I don't know if you can see, but this frame slot is stripped. And so I had to reach out to FR, and I bought the skates from Thorough, which shout out to Thorough. They're a really great skate shop. But I reached out to FR, and since I am in the US, they told me to go through Thorough to claim a warranty, essentially. And that's what I did, and it took about 14 days, 14 days plus or minus 1 day. I looked at the days right before making this video. To receive a replacement frame. So this is the old one, the original one. It's bunk, it doesn't work. I did try several different axles. It's not the axle that is the problem, it is the frame that is the problem. And so here is the skate with the new frame, and I have ridden on these skates twice since I received the new frame. And the first time I rode the skates after receiving the new frame, the left frame started to mess up as well. So the rear axle slot on the left frame is now stripped. Same exact thing happened with the other frame. And I'm extremely disappointed about that because these skates are a lot of fun to skate on, and I still really like the shell. I like the flexibility of the dual density. I think it's a really cool aspect. The 240mm frame length is really, really fun. It's very maneuverable, but I feel stable enough to where I'm not gonna, fall backwards or anything like that. Really disappointed, really disappointed in how this kind of turned out. So, yeah, so they're inoperable. The first time I skated on these things, after receiving the new replacement frame, the other frame messes up. I was hoping that maybe Loctite would fix it, and so I tried to seal the axle with some blue Loctite, let it set over like a week or so, and I took these out last night, and same thing, the axle slips out about halfway, the wheel locks. I busted my ass last night. Didn't get that on video, sorry y'all. But it's the same exact issue, that it's stripped. no other axles will engage. It's not the axle again. It's the female slot of the frame on the Neo 310s. I don't know if the 80, if the single density, the Neo 80s are having the same issue. I don't know. I tried to look up online. If you can see the axle, there is metal inside the thread that used to be the frame. I mean, you know, you can see the little shavings on my fingernail, I'm sure. The Loctite is completely gone. Really a safety hazard. I could have hurt myself pretty bad. I'm pretty lucky that I didn't. And it's not me over tightening the bolts. I looked on Reddit, and I'll go ahead and post the link to this Reddit post in the description down below. But there was a Reddit post of a user who had a little video just showing the dual skates. You know, here I got them, they're brand new, cool, you know. And somebody replied, let me go ahead and just pull up the post because I want to get this accurate. I'm pretty sure, let me see, I can find it real quick. Okay, so this was posted by a user called Tokyo023, and they just posted a video of the dual skates. Looked like they were having some fun. And 2 days ago from today, Old Enthusiasm 1160 replies and said, "Don't buy. The frames are junk. Upon first rotation of my wheels, the threading from the female portion of the frame came out with the screw, rendering the frame stripped on 2 of the 3 wheels," which is essentially what happened to me, but it happened while I was riding on 1 out of 3 of my wheels, right? And so Tokyo023, the original poster, replies and said that he or she, they, I don't know, had the same situation. I contacted FR Skates and they are sending me a replacement frame. I might have to do it, it might have to do with them putting too much Loctite on the axle bolts. But the point of this is that other people are having the same exact problem, and that is the only 2 comments on the Reddit post, unfortunately. So it seems other people are having the same issue. The point of this video is not to like bash on FR, because I really, really enjoy all of my FR skates, except for these. You know, I've had issues. They ride really well. I'm in love with the boot, the shell. I really like the frame length. These feel really good to skate, but they just don't work because the metal is too soft, is what I think the problem is. So hopefully FR will fix this. I contacted them last night, letting them know a very detailed description of the problem. I also contacted Thorough because I have to go through Thorough, you know, to get a warranty replacement. I went ahead and bought a pair of 232 millimeter X2 FR frames to replace the Neo frames because I really don't trust these things anymore, honestly. I think that FR is probably going to have to do a recall on these. But again, I'm really curious if the single density Neo frames are having the same issue, because I believe they are made out of the same type of aluminum. If you know anything about that, please share in the comments. That would help the community out. But again, the point is not to bash on FR here. It's just to let people know what's going on. If you're going to buy these skates, you need to be aware that the frames are not acceptable. They're not an acceptable level. And lots of people are having issues with the frames on these skates specifically. So hopefully FR will step in and figure it out and fix it. Honestly, I guess that's all they can really do at this point, right? But I will try to keep y'all posted, probably make a new video in the future and let y'all guys know what happens with the whole process with FR. The first roundabout, you know, I went through Thorough. They essentially middlemanned me getting a replacement frame from FR, and that went fine. Everything went fine, but I was out. I couldn't skate on the skates for 2 weeks, you know. But as soon as I try them again, have the same issue. And to me, you know, the safety hazard thing is a big deal, because you want to trust the the hardware that you're skating on. And if you can't trust the hardware that you're skating on, you know, it's just not good, right? But anyways, I think that's it. I'm very flustered about the experience, but again, I'll keep y'all posted and let y'all know what happens, what FR says, and hopefully they'll fix it. But be aware, if you buy the Neo 2 duals, maybe the single density as well, the frames are not, they have some flaws for sure. But anyways, if you want to learn more, we have a Discord inline skate space. I have talked about the situation there with a few other inline skaters, but we just hang out and show off our new gear, ask questions to each other, and it's a lot of fun. So I'll leave a link in the description for that as well. But hope you guys stay safe out there. If you have any questions, please let me know. When I made the first video, I didn't know, obviously, this was an issue, and I still really like the skates. The only problem that I have had twice is with the frames, but it's a major problem, right? But anyways, y'all take care, stay safe out there, and have a good one. Bye.